You can't even test. It's the lockout test. Nightmare grim, kick it back, super relaxed. Testing your slack, come and try, take a soft track. Try our patience, don't be lacking, we attack. Show us what you got, if you don't, take a nap. Dog like a dungeon, go hard, fuck a concussion. Grim nightmare, bad boys, you know we up to something. Now flying on the track, but I keep it grounded. Don't be testing my slack, can't even keep us off our track. Rapping in the attic, don't call me Marshall Mathers. We go crazy, you know it don't even fucking matter. Catch us in the lab with an even power scope. Hosting in the kick it with us, we don't need no scatter hope. No pre-plans, we don't do that. Roll up in the raw zone, yeah, we do that. Yeah, call up your boys, see where they at. But I doubt you gon' find them, cause they in the back, getting bagged and tagged, and that's a fact. You can't even test. It's the lockout test. Nightmare grim, kick it back, super relaxed. Testing your slack, come and try, take a soft track. Trial patience, don't be lacking, we attack. Show us what you got, if you don't, take a nap. With a big boy knife and a throat cut game. Tatted up, fucked up with that arrow brain. You know we do it dirty, but the ice stay clean. When you see us in the dark, unless the reapers coming for your mortgage claims. Call us an a-hole, tell us we're wrong, but at the end of the day, you know you sing along. Grim nightmare, yeah, that's a duo. Taking over this bitch, take a seat, Pluto. You can't even test. It's the lockout test. Nightmare grim, kick it back, super relaxed. Testing your slack, better snap back before you get a heart attack. Motherfucker, let's go. Let's go.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lolcow Test, the jackasses of the LCU. I believe Grim might be sleeping in a little bit. He's very tired, bless him. So it's just your boy Nightmare today, so we're just going to pop straight into it. How are we all doing today? Fucking A, what a fucking day this is going to be. This is going to be a fucking crazy one. So, a lot has happened today. As some of you may know. A lot of shit is going on. Oh, dude. I don't even know. It's, a lot of people are very curious as to my outrage earlier and why I was upset. And I get that. I don't expect many people in this universe to understand because, you know, the Welsh audience for the Lolcow universe is very, very slim and small. It's not big at all. So it's a difficult one, right? Because let's break down the situation, because I do want to break this down because I want you guys to understand why I'm upset about this. Because yeah, okay, you can call me a pussy, you can call me a bitch, and I get that. I generally do. But I want you to understand why this is one thing that I do find touchy and I do find insensitive, and it does upset me. And the first thing I want to do is, like, my comments on Discord were pretty shit. Like, they were out of, like, being upset. But again, it was a point of just blowing off some steam, right? Which is what every single host has literally done. Every single host in the LCU has made some shit comments that they later regret when they vented out in Discord main. But yeah, I'm being held to a different standard because it's over something that people don't understand, which is okay. That's okay. But we're going to get into it. The comments that were made about, like, the pronunciation of the language, the reason why I was upset about it, it wasn't about the accent. I don't care about the accent getting mocked. That's been happening since fucking well before I came in. The English people fucking mock the accent. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, right? The mockery of the Welsh language itself is what bothered me. And the reason being, there is the very distinctive reason is because of the history behind it and how it's affected me through my childhood and my adulthood, and how it's affected my family, and how it's affected like Welsh people. And again, I don't expect any of you guys to understand, but I just want to educate you in a little bit, which is what I wanted to do. The original intention was to, you know, when I lost my rag in Discord, the original intention was to be like, okay, take it back. Let's just do an educational piece so people understand why I might find that offensive and why I may be upset by that. And then it got blown up on Rewind to be much of a bigger thing than what it was. And the narrative that was being spun as if I was implying that he was promoting genocide, which I don't even know why genocide was brought up into it, to be honest with you, or dead kids. I don't know why that was being brought up into it, because I never mentioned dead kids. I was forced to talk about, like, to make the history of it entertaining. So I was like, okay, well, let's talk about this. Okay, if you think this is entertaining, okay, let's go. And so then I brought it up. It was out of me responding to the rage bait, right? He rage baited me and I bit. But then it got switched into a narrative that wasn't what I spoke. I was being constantly spoken over. I wasn't allowed to really speak my true opinion. And by the time I was so hot and bothered and pissed off by the fact that I was just deliberately getting spoken over in silence and filibustered, that I wasn't able to make the coherent argument that I'm going to make with you today. The problem with what I have is, like I said, the history. The history is very, very flesh when it comes to the Welsh language. It's got a lot of hardship in it, and it's not old. It's quite recent. It's slowly and surely, as Gafgarian put in, but with no context. So the thing, this is the other thing. Random facts or whatever they want to call them were being displayed, but there was no context to them. The actual like situation with the Welsh language is how it's being slowly brought back, which is fucking great, by the way. I love that. It's taken years and years and years for Welsh government funding to fund schools to be able to do that. I was refused the opportunity to be able to go to a Welsh school because there wasn't the funding for it. I was literally 5 years old when I asked if I could go to a Welsh school. We went through all the process and they said I was too old. They didn't have the educational budget because I was 5 months behind the educational course. They didn't have the room to be able to put me in for that education. This is what I mean. Like, and again, it's not to do with the fact that it was a dick joke. It could have been anything that like pissed me off. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to mocking the actual like language, if you don't understand and you say it wrong, that's okay. I'll educate you on it. But again, it's not over the dick joke. If you genuinely believe that it's just because he made a dick joke out of it, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not going to get any resolutions out of this argument, out of what I'm going to say today. It's literally to do with the fact of the language itself being mocked. And he could have said anything else. He could have said whole nothing burger and just mocked it, this pronunciation and stuff, like intentionally making a joke out of it. That's fine. Yeah, it's one of them, right? But like, there's literal laws that were put in place that banned Welsh speakers from certain like areas and stuff, like in courts until fucking the mid-90s. Like the history of the language is fucking is vast, and that's why I feel the way I feel about it, because I have family that have been affected by that. I have family that have suffered because of that. I understand this perspective, and I, by no way, guys, am I ever.
Super chatted $5. No right and wrong, only perspectives and awareness.
Yeah, the ultimate vote, by the way, Diffmake, I appreciate you. I'm just gonna hold off on the rum ham stuff, guys, right? Because it's like, this is a serious subject to me, so I just want to leave the joke and stuff. So like fucking, I lost my train of thought. Jesus fucking Christ, my brain is cooked. The difference is like the reasoning behind it and stuff and the intentions. Like, I know it came from a place of ignorance, which is why I acknowledge I reacted irrationally in Discord, and I was like, I'm gonna do an educational piece and just teach people on why I truly believe this way. And instead, like, it got blown up on Rewind. And for some reason, even though he did the exact same thing I did to him back, it was perfectly acceptable for him to do that, but it wasn't acceptable for me to do it. I don't expect everyone to understand this. I don't, by any means. Why would you? You don't. You know, I don't expect you to know everything about Welsh culture. It's the same as I don't know everything about American culture. The point that I was trying to make is, like, I want to bring some, like, not even just respect, but like a level of understanding as to why I feel the way I feel about this. And that's fair, Lavender. If you think I was gaslighting, that's completely fine. That is your prerogative. That's your opinion. I appreciate it. But, like, at the same time, like, I just want to tell you guys how I feel about it, like, and why I'm upset about it. It is something that's heavy and near and dear to me. It has affected my family. It's affected friends I know. It's affected their families. You know, it's a fucking huge thing, and it's only recently really stopped happening. And to the point where only in, like, the last fucking 3-4 years has Welsh education to actually bring the language back has really been kicking into action. It's not been long. I just want to understand why I have to be brought into it, how you feel about this. I don't know what that means. But if you're on about what you refer to, again, it doesn't matter that it was a dick joke. It was about the fact that it's mocked, right? And again, like, the reason why, are you a gaslight? Oh, right, okay, I understand. Sorry. The reason why it's like fucking it's shit is because it's like, fuck, I don't expect anyone to understand it. That's why it's so shit. If it was in the UK, it'd be different. I'd be like, you fucking know this history. So why are we doing this? Like, but I don't expect it in America, which is why I know I acted irrationally in the situation. But then the build up on Rewind of called me a pussy to try and bait me to come on because they knew I wasn't going to come on. The idea was I was, like, trying to, like, get to the point where, like, no assholiness from me. Let's just fucking get into it, educate people, and they can project the feelings they want to project on it. They can insult it, whatever they want to do, right? That way, at least you know what's going on then, you know? And eventually they did rage bait me to go on. I will admit, I don't get me wrong, I'm very sensitive about the subject. I behaved improper in the situation. I went up and I fell for the bait like a fucking idiot. And I allowed myself to fucking continue falling for the bait to the point where the history of it got brought up in a way that it shouldn't have been brought up, and then got twisted and turned against me as if I was trying to say that Billy was promoting death of children, which is what he kept saying, even though that's not what I said at all. The point of bringing it up wasn't to make him feel bad. It was to educate him on why I'm upset about it. It's not to cause any guilt or anything. There's no historical connection to why I said you mock the language. That's why I'm upset by it, because it does link to this. Of course, it links to this. It's literally like this. This is what I'm trying to say, right? It does link to this, and you don't understand. That's fine. I'm willing to admit in the Discord I acted irrationally, but it takes two to tango, right? And some of the remarks that you made out of anger, which you could say I irrationally acted in Discord by saying that fuck you guys, because that's the most of what I said is fuck you guys. But how you reacted to some of the things after I left were fucking horrific, and has painted a very different image to how I see you now. Directly mocking my actual family ancestors, and then trying to, like, cane it off with, I got Welsh ancestry in me, like, as if, like, fucking saying you're 2% Welsh has any vindication for your actions and provocations where you say, to try and void any, like, words you say of consequence, which I think is completely ridiculous. To then go into acknowledging a comment that promoted someone, like, bragging about killing Welsh people, their family killing Welsh people, I'm assuming in a war, and you reading it out and laughing about it. But you could say you disavow it all you want, but, like, you literally was just you all hysterically laughed at it, which is upsetting. Very upsetting, to be fair, to see that. That was kind of like, that was fucked, in my opinion. You know, there's the thing is, see, like, you're trying to look for the nitty gritty in the things, and I get it, like, it is what it is, but you're not understanding that I wasn't trying to fucking paint you as this big I am racist or whatever, right? I'm not like trying to do. I'm still not trying to do that. However, your comments afterwards were pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. It genuinely saddened me to hear you say those things. The narrative that was also split, that apparently we're trying to attack Rewind, is completely false. It's untrue. Test, as you know, guys, when we first got together, one of the things we did was we used to make skits where we'd pretend to be different shows. We actually aired doing the original Tech Talk where we did Jaffe and whatever his name is, Jay or something like that. And like that's one of the skits we did, and we thought it'd be funny to do for prime time because Keem's always on Rewind's ass about saying how they should do this, they should do that. So we thought, what if we tried to do it to show how it's not so easy and we have fun with it? And the entire stream, we were literally calling ourselves retards and saying how we love Rewind. They're definitely the number 2 show in our eyes. And like we were literally sucking their dick the entire time. So the fucking, what was saddening is that to help boost his narrative that I'm just trying to shit on Rewind for my ego was...
Alpha Pathetic is now a banned world. Crossmark emoji. Alpha Pathetic celebrates 1 month of membership. You both are valid in your perspectives. Billy W. Nightmare W. Flexed biceps emoji.
The Ochenvar, I appreciate that. But yeah, so to try and basically build up the false narrative that I have an ego, that I believe that we're going to be the 3rd place show and we're going to take Rewind, which is just not true at all. But they were trying to do it in a way to push the narrative that everything I had come up and done and the whole thing I was upset about with the way the language was mocked. Because again, it may be a joke, but it's still a mockery of the language, right? Like, great, Billy, I'm not done talking, bro. I'm speaking. You can come up when I'm done explaining the history of this. Thank you. And again, like that whole thing to like sort of double up the kind of narrative that, oh, like he's coming in, he's causing shit. Why is he causing shit? Because he's coming after Rewind, right? And which I didn't appreciate at all, because all they would have to do is click any point in the stream and you'd literally hear us Rewind, like sucking Rewind's dick. I got all the time for that show. It was just a saddening thing to try and sort of choose to double down and sort of really push the narrative of like this, again, this like this artificial ego thing that we apparently have, which, you know, to all the people that do watch us know that we have imposter syndrome to the fucking max. I was one of them. And like, again, going into the situation where like everything was brought up and what was said after I left, which is just fucking deplorable, to be honest with you. Like, there's no other fucking way to put it. Like, it would have been left to me just doing an educational piece, but then the stuff that came after that was just fucking, I just genuinely was just like, wow, okay. And then we can chalk it up to anger, like, but at the same time, when is accountability like need to be taken? When's accountability have to be taken? I don't appreciate that stuff at all. I don't think I'd ever fucking do that to someone, you know. I would never like fucking if I started like mocking fucking, again, American ancestors or something, you know, you guys have been in a lot of fucking wars, for example, so some people may associate it with that, and the narrative again would be very much different to what was approached through those comments, which is just fucking, it's just mad. It generally just it's upsetting. It's shit. It's one of them, right? Like, I'm not expecting everyone to understand. I get that. I'm gonna show you some of the history of it real quickly with the Welsh knot, sort of chain that they had away, and we'll move on from it because I don't particularly want to discuss it forever. I'll be quite frank, because it's an upsetting subject for me. So yeah, let's get into that. So the Welsh knot symbolism, this is what it looks like, or one of the representations of it. This is another one right here. It's basically a bit of wood on a string, and that's WM, which means Welsh knot. And whenever, like, for a fucking very long time, where England was basically pushing the progression of the English language. They were enforcing it on Wales. So in schools and high schools, so young adults and children would have to, if they were ever caught speaking Welsh, they were usually hit, beaten for it, and then they would have to wear this necklace, this chunk of wood around, like, with a bit of string around their neck, and the idea was to basically shame them for it. And this went on for fucking quite a long time, and the idea was that they would have to wear it until another Welsh child was caught, or another Welsh young adult was caught speaking Welsh, to which then it would be taken off them and given to another person. And that was the form of punishment. And in like, there were some punishments and cases where if they had it to the end of the day of school, they would get a very severe punishment for it, which usually resulted in like a beating and detention and yeah, like all like a lot of fucking horrific shit. So like, there we go. If a child was caught speaking Welsh, a piece of wood with the words Welsh not, or often just WN, was hung around their necks until the next child was caught. It was also known as the Welsh not punishment. The Welsh not piece of wood was then passed to the next child. And in some cases, there we go, if the child wearing the knot at the end of the day might even face corporal punishment. This shameful practice reflected a time when English was seen as the language of progress and Welsh was discouraged. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it. There's, you know, people put their memories down there. It's generally, it's upsetting. It's a lot to it. There's another one year, the Welsh Courts Act of 1942. 1942 was the year where speaking Welsh in court was legalized. It was actually illegal to speak Welsh in courts until 1942, from the years of 1535, which is just fucking insane. But yeah, this is just one example of like one of the things that like generally does touch home, because it does affect actual family of mine. Actual family members have been affected by this, and friends, my friends' families as well, have been affected by this punishment, and it has caused like trauma for them. It is upsetting for them. So when it comes to the Welsh language, I try very hard to fully learn Welsh as much as I can, because I'm not a fluent speaker, unfortunately, which is one thing I fucking despise. But I try my best to like pick up the language as much as I can and learn. And the reason being is because of stuff like this, is because like I'm not a very patriotic person for most things. Like I don't really care about sports or anything like that. But when it comes to the language, due to its history and how it's affiliated with myself, and not just myself, but like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of other Welsh people as well, and Welsh speakers and people who don't speak Welsh, it's linked because of this. This is the reason. This is the reason why, you know, so many people who are from Wales are not bilingual, is because of this. And like, that's what's fucking bothered me about it, right? It's not because of the dick joke. It's not because of the fact that, oh, he's just taking what he said and trying to make him a demon out of it. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I may have acted irrationally in the Discord, but the intent wasn't to fucking... The intent wasn't to fucking make him look like an asshole. I was upset and I was bothered. I'll admit that. I let my emotions expose, which I shouldn't have, and I'll admit that. But the intent was to, like, the idea of the reaction was, fuck, I need to, you know, let's talk about this. Let's actually educate on this, because then you guys might understand a little bit. Maybe you won't, and that's okay. I just think, like, you know, if I have a platform where I can educate people on stuff like this, I think that's a cool thing to educate people on. But Billy, you're not understanding what I just said. Literally what I've literally just said right now. It's not to make you look like a villain. That's not what the intent is at all. I acted irrationally, I do, and I apologize for that. I shouldn't have behaved that way in the Discord. I thought I'd let off a bit of steam, like, you know, like every. Right, okay, but we'll get into that. But anyway, like every other host has done when they're upset about another host, they've always put it in the Discord main. I thought that would be okay for me to do as well and talk about how I'm upset and pissed off about it. I did not realize they can't hear you. Oh shit, sorry. Let me try again. Can you speak for me, please?
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, there we go. I don't know what's going on.
There we go.
Right. But yes, so the intent wasn't to like demonize you for it. It was my bad because, like I said, I've seen every other host vent their frustrations about other hosts in the main to have like a little bit of like a fuck, like let's just scream it out into the wilderness sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was able to do that and be held to the same standards. I didn't realize that wasn't the case. So
but knowing all the things you just showed us, all the things you just taught us, all the horrible things you feel for this, you're now loading that into my comment and putting that on me for my dick joke.
No, Billy.
That's 100% what you did there. You're putting all that evil on me with that.
If you would ignore like Discord comments as me acting out about it, I was gonna do an educational piece and I wasn't gonna be any fucking gripe towards you during it, which is what I've made very widely known even in this stream, even after everything has happened on Rewind when I popped up. I get that some people don't understand, but I'm still allowed to be upset and bothered by it and have the correlation because it does mean something to me and it does matter to me. And it does make sense. It may not make sense to you, that's completely fair.
The original comment was that you were upset that I offended your language with my joke, right?
Of course. Yeah, you did offend me with it.
And no, you got offended, right? You chose to be offended by this. What I said was not offensive on this level.
I didn't choose to
and
get
you
offended.
tied all this. You 100%. It sounds like you wanted to be offended over something.
Billy,
because you brought all this to my comment.
If that's all what you got out of this situation of what I'm explaining you, or I'm trying to be as neutral as possible and not do what you did at the end of Aussie and try to fucking quintuple down, then I don't know what to tell you. But I genuinely think I've been very fucking neutral in the situation, considering what you said post me being on Rewind. And while I was on Rewind.
Okay. And the entire thing brought up here is because you're saying now my joke was offensive to people because of an Irish language genocide, basically.
No, but it wasn't to do with it's not to do with just not Irish for starters anyway, but like again, that's not what I was saying. The implication is it upsets me because of the history of it. And again, the irrational behavior on Discord, I completely get. But you, again, can't say all that without taking some form of accountability for yourself and how you built it up further. You made it a bigger thing by what it was by bringing me on.
I did.
Interrupting me because you knew it would get me to rage bait. You knew what would happen by interrupting me constantly. It's like status 101.
Everything afterwards, of course, I was trying to fight with you because you had called me out over something. I didn't see the connection. You said I was offending your language and I couldn't find the historical connection to my joke. And when I said, hold on, what's the historical connection to my joke being offensive? You brought up, think of the children, these beaten children.
No, that's not what you literally kept asking me to bring up the history. I've just brought up the history. Was it not about children getting beaten? You said make entertainment out of it. What did I say for the first 3 times, Billy, when you kept asking me to make entertainment out of it? When you kept saying over and over, what did I keep saying? It's not entertainment to bring up. And then what did you do? You kept pressing until I brought it up. And then you used that outcome against me. Because that's what you do.
This is what you're missing. The Nightmare, this is the disconnect that you're missing.
No, acknowledge the comment
you're missing the connection where I wanted you to connect what I said with a historical offense to me being offensive to the language.
Because I didn't appreciate the mockery of the language. That's my opinion on it. I'm allowed to
I wasn't mocking the language. I was mocking the phonetics of the single word sounding like another English word, right? Do you not get the joke in that? That's simple comedy.
Yeah, it's not about like what you compared it to. It's just I felt like it was a mockery to the language, which it technically is, whether it's a joke or not. It is still a mockery to the language. You are mocking the language, and I felt a certain way because of the history of that language.
You chose to put not only the entire language.
You gotta stop saying that.
You did.
Don't fucking gaslight me. No, don't come on my show and gaslight me.
Look, you have to accept that there was no connection there. There was no connection there.
No, because you don't understand, so you don't see the connection. But I understand, so I see the connection. That's where you're misunderstanding it, right? It's if you were knowledgeable on the subject, you probably would have been like, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your fucking brain, to be honest with you. But don't say I choose to feel a certain way. Okay. Because
you're
that's my reaction.
You're accusing me of gaslighting you.
Okay.
But you're literally saying,
choose to double down and mock my direct answer.
100% I did. Yeah, 100% I did.
So you won't account, but so it's not out of anger. Like you chose to do that way. You chose to do that.
I did choose. So I did choose to attack you. I chose to attack you back with scorched earth. Yes, because you came after me and attacked my joke and said that I was attacking your culture. I doubled down and I showed you what an attack was.
I said how I thought your joke was, like how I found it offensive, and you decided to double down and directly insult my family. How does that make sense?
Because you accused me. Because you accused me of assaulting your culture.
So you decided.
No, I decided to actually show you. I actually tried to show you what
educational lesson, because I need that already. Don't
no. Oh, well, no, I showed you what an attack is. That's what I did. I attacked you. I don't know. You came after me in the comments and said that I was attacking your language
your name.
when I wasn't.
For starters, I didn't actually directly say Billy did this.
You didn't have to say my name. You were making a comment on something I said. Remember? You can argue semantics, but I made a joke about a dick because a word in your language sounds like a word in our language. That's actually cultural connection. And the idea that you could separate it and then make a racial, and then you made a very racist comment saying I wouldn't make that comment about an African language, which is kind of weird, right?
Let's get into that actually, because I'm glad you brought that up. The reason why I brought that up wasn't because they were African, it's because you're educated on their history. That's why I brought that up. So you chose to
on what history?
Wait. You chose,
what history?
No, Billy, you chose to say that you wouldn't. That I brought that up because of the color of their skin. That's not at all why I brought that up.
I didn't say that.
No, but that you said racist. Like again, it's not about being racist in that situation. It's about the cultural history. Okay,
I thought it was kind of racist for you to go to Africa.
Again, you chose to make it about the color of one's skin in terms of my analogy.
I didn't say anything about skin. I guess
you mentioned racism, right? So we're talking about race, right? So,
I suppose you brought up Africa.
Regardless, I brought it up because you are more educated on Africa's history when it comes to their languages than you are on ours. So
I literally know less about it. I know less about it than your language. You brought up your language, and I made a joke on it. That was the only thing pertinent to the moment. I was commenting on your joke in the moment.
I was bringing up a reference point on how it stacks, right? Because you're more educated.
You tried to say I wouldn't. Shout out to Huge Ass, a white African in the chat. My apologies, Huge Ass. Could you teach me some Afrikaans that sounds like other dick words so I can make an Afrikaans joke to prove to Nightmare that I literally make risky jokes all the time of all languages, and I would do it again. And I don't mean any ill intent. And honestly, if you would have said when I said you were butthurt, which was a little aggravating when I said that, if you would have said dude, I was hurt, I'd have been like, oh well, I'm sorry. But you didn't do that. You were like, no, and I was like, oh well.
No, I was saying that like you can call me a pussy for all you want. I knew going into that fucking making those comments wasn't going to make me look like a great guy. I knew people were going to come after me for it. But
your comments made me look like a bad guy too, right? Your comments made me look like I was literally attacking a culture, right?
No,
that's the problem I had.
No, my comments were a direct reaction to how you made me feel about my culture.
Yeah, that's narcissistic behavior, dude.
I was a narcissist.
You're like, you made me feel. That's literally narc behavior. You made me feel. You made me feel this way. That's narc behavior.
You're gonna let me fucking speak as well. You're not gonna interrupt me for the whole show as well. Not on you. Not fucking on your Nell. You can do on rewind all you want. You can filibuster. You can fucking scream over me all you want. Call me pussy. You're not doing on you. You're not doing on you. End of the fucking discussion on that one. At the end of the day, if we're really gonna get into it, like, I'm upset about it, right? I made that abundantly fucking clear. You can see that I chose to feel that way, but again, it's not about choosing. It's about what I feel, right? It's an involuntary response. Yeah, I acted out in the disco and I apologize for it, but you chose to double, triple, quadruple down on it and go far fucking worse than what your initial comment
was.
It's your standing, right? So
I did.
Wait, so what? How do I react now then? Like, since you know how I should react, tell me how I should react in the situation.
You should say, "Hey, I made a terrible mistake. calling you out over my feelings with zero connection to what you said being actually
If that's what you
connected to
believe,
any.
that's up to you. But I disagree.
And then I'd say, yeah, I know you were in your feelings. That was irrational. You shouldn't have accused me of attacking your language when I made a simple joke. I will say this: I shouldn't have scorched earth responded the way I did, but I did because I was feeling attacked, and I am sorry.
You
I
read
went
a
so
donation and laughed about it. About like
yeah,
which
I
was-
laughed
which
because
shit.
it was so inappropriate, and I said it was inappropriate too. Remember? And here's the thing: I laughed because I laughed. It was so inappropriate that I laughed. People laugh out of discomfort. Don't tell me how to laugh if I can't tell you how to
don't-
feel.
Wait. So don't tell you how to feel, but you can tell me that I choose to feel something, and that's interesting.
Because
That's what I
you're-
want
because
right
you're-
there. That's the response
because
I
no,
wanted. Because
but-
now
but-
we're
but here's
getting
the
somewhere,
thing.
Billy. Now we're getting somewhere.
But here's the
because now
thing.
you've just
Here's the
admitted
thing.
that I can't tell you how to feel about a certain something, which means you can't tell me how to feel about a certain something. Now we're getting into it. Thank God for that.
But me feeling some way wasn't me coming to you saying this is how you should do what you do. You feeling some way came to me telling me that my joke was inappropriate to your culture. That's the
I didn't
problem.
Say your joke was inappropriate.
You're
I said
feeling.
I didn't like your joke. I thought it was. Yeah. I thought
Oh
it was
no, you
inappropriate.
you said my joke. You said my joke was an attack on your culture, and then you showed me how kids were abused not to be able to speak the Welsh language. That's a pretty big leap, dude. You basically evoked
It's not a
child
leap.
abuse on my joke.
I didn't.
That's
invoke child
a
abuse in
leap.
your joke. No, I was explaining the
That's
history
a-
of why
that's a
I'm
leap.
upset by it. You were choosing to make that connection because that makes your narrative fit better, and that's down
No,
to you.
you
Billy.
put that
No.
on me, dude. You put that evil
You're-
on my
even
joke
then-
for no reason.
Even then, I did. Even now, I'm still not saying that that's directly what you're saying, but you're still saying I am, which is fucking crazy, to be honest with you. Even then, and even now,
It's not crazy at all.
It is crazy because you're still trying to make
It's
it
what
seem
you
like I'm
did.
putting children being abused on your doorstep, which is not what I'm doing.
It's literally what you did, remember?
It's not what I'm doing. I brought up something that you were peer pressuring me to bring up, but it was not in right with saying that you fucking hate Welsh children. That's not what I said at all. Never once uttered that phrase. So don't put words in my mouth, Billy, okay? What I was bringing up was a point of reference as to why I find that shit upsetting and why I don't like it. Right?
Why? And I told you why you shouldn't attribute that to me, right?
All right, so you're telling me how
Like-
to feel, but I can't tell you how to feel about a joke.
I'm saying that you should not.
Wait. Let's be consistent, Billy. Come on.
You should not call me out in the chat saying, "How could he take
So-
this to my people?"
I can't call you out in the chat, but you can tell me how to feel.
Okay,
You can tell me
you
how
can
to
feel how you can feel how you want to feel, but when you call me out, I'm going to tell you you're a snowflake, thin-skinned bitch about it, pussy. Right? That's what I did. Right? Because you called me out about your fucking feelings. That's what happened. Remember?
Right, okay. But then you trying to control the narrative on my feelings, saying I choose to feel this way, and I'm bringing it up for a reason that's not actually linked to that, but for my own prerogative. You did that. You said those words. Why is that okay? Why is that?
Because
appropriate to do?
why were your feelings connected to my joke? Why was
I
my
just
joke?
explained
Why did my
the
joke
history
trigger those
right there.
feelings?
I just explained.
Yeah,
the
but
history,
you
though.
didn't explain. You didn't explain how that particular joke was actually
Because you
connected to
needed
your
another-
entire
no,
language.
Because Billy, the thing is, you need another half an hour to fill in your fucking content for your stream. So you decided the rage bait me to come up and try to make me look like a prick. And
That's not it,
and try to
dude.
scream over me. What do you mean it's not it?
That's
what
not.
is it then?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
What's your point of reference when you're trying to bring up the we're shitting on Rewind or we're coming after Rewind and stuff like that when you know that's literally 100% incorrect? Why would you bring that up after that situation if you were
You
trying to build a
guys,
narrative
you
going?
guys.
Come on.
It's not 100% incorrect. You guys put Rewind in your title, Test versus Rewind.
It was.
You put Rewind in to get a little clickbait, have a little fun.
It wasn't clickbait. We are literally known for making parodies of other shows, and we made
It's
it known from
okay.
the very
It's okay.
beginning.
It's
Yeah, but had
okay.
you
And
watched
here's the thing. Here's the
stream-
thing. Here's the thing. It pushed back a little. You got a little pushback from it.
Well, we didn't get
You
pushback.
can't play. You can't
You-
play
you
with
were the one
fire
that
and
started
expect
the
not to get burnt back.
No. We didn't get any pushback. You're the
You
one that
put
tried to pull
Rewind's
back.
name on your show.
Okay,
Don't act
you're not
like
gonna
you
let me
didn't do
speak?
that.
You're not gonna let me speak. We ain't gonna have a conversation. That's fine. But again, we made it very, very abundantly clear from the beginning that we think you're the number 2 show and that we're 2 retards trying to do this and we know it's not going to work and now we think it's silly that Keem's trying to control what you guys do for content. That was the joke of it, right? I guess I got misconstrued. I guess jokes can be interpreted differently, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, but you can't have it both ways, right? You
What do you
did
mean?
come after Rewind. You did make a point to come up and say you were coming for Rewind.
When?
So you get to.
When
you
did
get
I
to,
say I was coming for Rewind? When did
when Grim came up on live, when I was on, when Xylee had just quit the show,
And
Grim
satirically
came
said
up and
about
said, Grim came up and said, we're coming for rewind. We're coming for rewind. Test is going to test rewind.
Think it was a fucking joke. I thought fucking.
Well, guess
did you
what?
not
My
get a
joke was just a little
but-
fucking
so
harder
there we-
out
so
of
there-
anger.
so there
you
we
pissed
go.
me off and I did a joke out of anger.
Why are you
You're the
shouting?
one complaining about my joke.
Why are you shouting?
Because
I'm
this
not
is
shouting
why.
at you.
This is why. This is why.
But I'm not
Because I'm
shouting at you.
angry,
We're having a
motherfucker.
That's fair.
You're-
We're having a conversation.
You're nitpicking about
I'm not
jokes.
nitpicking.
I'm
No.
I'm the
Wait.
one being-
I'm going to say,
Go
you
on.
chose to go offended by what Grim said and take it seriously that we would have to rewind. But when
I'm not
take
offended.
your joke seriously.
You're offended.
No, but when I take, say that to your tone of voice. But when I take your joke seriously, apparently that's not okay. So why is one okay and one's not?
Nightmare.
Billy, come on,
I'm
tell me.
literally saying, I'm saying this entire time, I took it scorched earth the entire time.
Okay.
I chose to go that far.
Okay.
I'm doing jokes. I'm the one here saying I'm on the side of jokes the entire time. I chose to go there. I'm saying it's all okay. I've always said, fuck the joke police. I will rob the fucking joke store and get away every time.
But you literally
I'm pro
just
jokes, remember?
mentioned how like, oh, you guys did come after us though, so you couldn't take that as a joke. But apparently,
You're the one that said it was just a joke.
Yeah, but like you could clearly tell it's a joke, right? Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah,
Everyone's
and I
human
said-
subjective, isn't it? Of course, people interpret things
no, and-
differently, don't they,
and-
Billy?
and
Which
I-
means I
and-
can
and
interpret
Nightmare.
what you say differently based on my experiences.
Dude,
That's
dude.
crazy. It's almost like I didn't choose to feel a certain way. I felt it because I felt it. It's interesting how
and
you
I'm
can do
saying
it,
you're-
Billy, when it comes to fucking Grim making a joke about fucking competing with Rewind, which you can tell by the stats we're nowhere fucking near. And anyone can look at the fucking stats. They're literally all public. But when I fucking react a certain way to what you say, that's not okay. And I'm a fucking pussy. Now, that's a really interesting narrative.
Nightmare, I don't care about you guys coming after Rewind.
We weren't,
I
and
said
we
that's...
aren't.
Well, you did, and you called it a joke, and I said that was the catalyst.
we didn't,
For me
though.
bouncing back with mine.
We were being completely
You did.
satirical the
You
entire
did.
time.
Doesn't matter.
Watch the
I
stream.
came back with
No,
a harder...
No. Before
Stop,
you comment
stop.
on it, watch the actual stream. Like, actually watch
You can't
the
have
stream.
it both ways,
What do you mean you
dude.
can't? No,
It doesn't
neither
matter.
can you.
I did watch.
You can't
I did
choose what's
watch some of
serious
the
and what's
stream.
jokes either. Then
I was
Either all
one
it's
of the
okay or
few
none it's
viewers
okay,
you
Billy.
had.
Either all of it's okay or none of
No.
it's okay. Then, Billy, how about that?
You're telling me right now that it was a joke, and I'm saying I know it was a joke, and I just came back with a harder fucking joke.
The hypocrisy
How's
of
it a
what you
how's it
fucking
hypocrisy?
said. Because apparently,
I just
what
came back
Grim
with a harder
said
fucking
wasn't a
joke,
joke.
dude.
No, wait. What Grim said isn't a joke, but what you said about my language is a joke, right? Okay, so we're finding that there's a line in what's humor, so what's subjectively humorous and what isn't, right? But then
was Grim-
apparently you can react a certain way to what other people say, but when other people do it to you, you get immensely offended and then double, triple down
Nightmare.
and completely insult their fucking nationality.
I'm not
So explain that
arguing
to
what
me.
Grim said wasn't a joke. I'm not arguing what Grim said wasn't a joke. I'm saying I just came back harder afterwards. I don't care if it was a joke. I came back harder.
Am I the only, like, because there's people in the chat that literally agree with me. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You literally have just fucking caught
You're
yourself
the
in a
one
hypocrite.
crybaby over jokes.
No, you're the one
How?
that's just admitted to doing it yourself with Grim making the joke about taking Rewind on.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
You just said you went scorched earth on that shit.
Dude. Yeah, because he was going after Rewind.
Which is why
And
you
so
attacked him and fucking mentioned fucking beans on the live, because you knew it would hurt him. You got in your fifis as well, Billy. You got
Not
in your
fifis.
fifis as
I was
well.
going-
You got upset
Is
and
it
bothered by
fifis
it. Wait,
to
wait,
go
wait, wait.
kill
I'm not done
mode,
speaking.
dude?
I'm not speaking. I'm still speaking, okay? You got in your feelings about something that Grim said, so you brought up something that was personal that you knew would upset him.
No, I brought
But
up something that I
whereas-
knew the audience would react to.
Whereas, did I bring up something personal to you that would upset you when I found what you said offensive?
Hold up. I
Did
brought up something I knew
no,
the audience
yes
would
or no
react to.
question. Yes or no question. Did I bring
You
up something?
offended me-
No. Did I bring up something that was personal to you when I found what you said was upsetting?
Yes, you judging my joke, saying that it offended the Welsh people.
That offended me.
That was offended Welsh. That upset me.
and my
yes.
Welsh culture.
That
Okay.
upset me.
But
Yes,
that's not
that
a
upset
personal
me.
attack, though, is it? That's just talking about how I reacted to something
Well-
you said.
well,
'Cause believe
if
it or
it's
not,
not-
like, words have consequences, right? When, like, you know, your freedom of speech. Is
Apparently,
here, you have it.
they have way big consequences to you, dude.
What do you mean? You just admitted that you literally went after fucking, like, the harsh comment about Grim was clearly a reference point because he made a comment about going after Rewind. Why else would you bring up
Yeah,
Grim?
it was a.
Why?
Well,
Why else would you go for
because he
such
was-
a touchy subject? You know they're both sensitive.
dude.
over.
Dude, whatever. It was a fucking hard ass joke when
That wasn't
you
a joke.
riled me up.
That was kind of shit. Oh wait, I riled you up. But you went
whatever,
after him.
whatever, dude.
I mean,
yeah,
come on,
because
Ellie.
you guys are a
Let's be-
team.
let's-
You're a team.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to. I didn't go after fucking Ziley throughout this whole, did I?
Don't care. Not going to joke police on this one, dude. It's
I'm not
not your
joke policing.
Celtic pride.
I
It's not
don't-
your Welsh pride.
Okay. I just don't think.
If Grim wants to call me out for this, I'll have this conversation with Grim. I'm not going to have it with you. You're not
No.
his boyfriend. You're not his
I'm not.
girlfriend.
You're correct.
I'll man up. I'll man up with Grim on this one, but I'm not going to fight
sounds
you
like you hate
over
it,
it,
Billy.
dude.
It
No,
sounds like
because
you
I'm
hate
not
it.
going to have this. I'm not going to have this conversation with you. I'll have it with him all day long.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
it
fight
sounds like you hate
Grim's
it.
battles
No,
with
it's
you.
about
You're
fighting
not
with
his
Grim's
boyfriend.
battle. We're talking about a point of consistency, right? And what's okay and what's not okay, which you're telling me what's okay and what's not okay. But then you're being hypocritical by doing the exact same thing in yourself. But so
No, I
where
think
do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line, Billy?
We draw the line on the fact that I am a very, very entertaining person.
Okay.
And everybody loves me.
Okay.
And I came here to say that it was very rude of you to call me out for my funny ass dick joke
Okay.
that I
Has nothing to do with
simply
it being a
made
dick
because
joke, okay.
Dioc sounds like dick. And you tried to put the pain of your
You can
ancestors
keep
on my dick
mentioning
joke.
Ancestors, all you want. Like you misunderstood what I've said, and I've explained it pretty well. So I don't know if you're still under that, then whatever, dude.
Nah,
I don't know
dude.
what the fuck it's.
This is
But I genuinely like. I hope you hit a point of clarity where you understand what I was actually saying about the situation. Because I've not once fucking put it on your shoulders. The point is to educate.
you did. Will you get the original messages you put out? You put it
the
on my shoulders,
original
remember?
messages, which I apologize for because they were out of anger. And again, it wasn't saying that it wasn't saying that like the comments I made were about the fact that trust the stereotypical American to mock another person's nationality and culture without any understanding. Right?
I didn't
That's-
mock your nationality or
But you
culture,
did,
right?
though. Like making a joke of something is,
No, I
is making
didn't.
a mockery of it, right? Like
No,
whether
it's not,
sincere or
dude.
not.
It's
Like,
not.
Google the fucking
it's
definition
a phonetic.
of mockery.
It's a phonetic joke. it's a
but
phonetic
it-
joke.
It's still a form of mockery. Like Google what mockery means.
No, it's not, dude. It's
Like,
phonetics.
No. Google what mockery means and then tell me it's not that.
You were looking to get upset, and you got
I
way
wasn't looking
upset
to be
over
upset.
this.
I wasn't looking to be
You
upset.
had to
Again,
have been,
You
dude.
saying that is
You had to
belittling
have been.
everything I've just educated people on you. And
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it's
You
rich
putting
that
that.
you call me a narcissist when you've come in with this fucking overinflated ego.
You
And tried
putting-
to,
you
like,
putting
school
that-
me, and in a sense, when you try to school me, revealed yourself to be hypocritical because you revealed how you felt about Grim
Nightmare.
coming up on live and how you reacted, which is why you led to calling him out. I'm mentioning his fucking
What?
ex that he recently just broke
dude,
up.
Dude, I can look. Everybody talks about their situation to an extent. Rewind left them out of it out of respect for
Yeah,
the
but you
two of
brought
them
it up in a way
because
that
we
wasn't
care
to
about them.
engage, but it was a way to take the shit out of them, right? It was to take
Because
the
I
piss
was
out of Grim.
angry, of course.
Yeah, but like, what did Grim
Of
do to you
course.
to warrant that? Oh, you made a joke on
He
live
just-
about
he just-
coming
he
after
just-
Rewind?
He just got caught in the
But I
crosshairs,
thought-
and all.
but I
And
thought it was
here's the
jokes,
thing. Here's the
man.
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
But I thought it
I'll
was a joke,
apologize.
though.
Stop. I'll apologize to Grim right now for that. I don't feel good about that. I'm sorry, Grim. I don't feel good about that. I feel like I don't feel good to Grim or Beans about that.
But I thought these were all jokes, though. I thought it was jokes.
They are
right?
all
Like,
jokes. They
Right,
are
okay,
all
so why
jokes.
did you
Jokes
take
go
what he
too
said
far
so
sometimes.
seriously? Why do you take what he said so seriously then?
I mean, it's a joke. Jokes go too far
but
sometimes.
why-
Sometimes they don't.
But why did you take what he said so seriously to the point where you decided to act out like that?
Okay, if someone says they're coming for Rewind, then they're going to get Rewind back, right? This is a fucking give and take. It's not that serious. This is a show.
Right. Okay. But you have to understand the hypocrisy there, right? I reacted to something
No.
you said that's personal to me. You reacted to something that Grim said that's personal to you. So you reacting in that manner to him completely justifies my
I don't
reaction.
think-
Because
I don't
otherwise,
think
why
you're
are
gonna
you why are you
justify
more,
anything
No,
here.
but why are you more special than me? Why is the game set differently for you, where you're allowed to react a certain way, but I'm not?
Because I didn't start the reaction out by crying, and then when I called you out,
I didn't.
you tried to
cry.
put. You said, I can't believe he was offensive to my culture. I wasn't.
But again,
you tried to put that on me.
No, see,
and
you're
then
moving away from the subject. We're not done with that subject. We're not done with this topic. I want you to admit that you were being a fucking hypocrite. I'm laying out the
wasn't.
facts of the information that you've given me and the people who are watching. I want you to admit that you reacted in the exact same fucking way I did about something that's personal to you.
No, I
Because you
didn't. That
fucking
was nothing-
did. You reacted to
How?
what Billy said because Rewind's personal to you. So you reacted to what Grim said in a manner. But then when I do it to you, it's not okay. Now tell me why I am held to a different standard as you and why I'm not allowed to react to certain things that I feel affect me, but you are.
I took a shot at you and Grim in a fit of anger because you made me angry.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're allowed to react irrationally to what Grim said, but I'm not allowed to
Oh no,
react.
I was
react.
rational. I was rational.
Bringing up being
I
irrational,
chose to be a fucking mean Billy. I let that shit out. I let that
So
shit
you're
out.
saying that you're consciously doing it rather than me that was in the moment
Yes,
and I was
yes,
ready to move on from it.
And if I had the choice to do it again and I thought it was funny, if I thought it was mean, if I thought it was vicious, I would probably do it again and I would seek apologies later because I did regret maybe hurting Grim or Beans, but honestly, I didn't regret it that much because I thought it was pretty fucking vicious and mean and topical in the moment.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's actually crazy.
Why? It's just words. This is the LCU, dude.
No, because you're answering like a politician. You're not directly answering what I'm asking.
What are you asking?
You're giving
What do
me
you want?
politic answers. That's
What do you
doing.
want?
Well, like I said,
What do you want?
Where do we draw the line? Why is it okay for you to react act irrationally, but it's not okay for me? We've just got two situations that are literally one and the fucking same.
Why is it okay for you?
Wait. 2 jokes were made. One was personal to one was personal to the other. We both reacted like fucking idiots over it when it should have been dealt with differently. So why am I held to a different standard than you, Billy?
Because mine was in a fit of anger after you and I were fighting face to face.
Right, but it was in a fit of anger. I thought you chose to feel emotions, though.
But it was after you and I were reacting face to face and I was being performative on a show.
Okay, that's fine.
Yours was in a fucking Discord because I made a dick joke.
How many
and
times
you put,
have you
and you
reached
put,
out and expressed your concerns over people needing to grow the fuck up, etc., and fucking having a bitch in fucking Discord, mate? How many times have you done that?
And how many times did it become content? I drove you into content. I baited you into content. Good job. But the problem is
you can use that fucking thing all you want, but no, I'm asking you a question. So like, give me an answer. How many times have you done that before? And be
you
like,
think I keep count?
Irrational.
A million. I don't know.
What about with fucking? With
It's
John,
obvious.
Then?
It's obvious I don't understand the Welsh plight.
No, but let's talk about John then. All right. Let's
What
talk
about
about
it?
that situation where you reacted irrationally and was losing your rag, and there was no calming you down for quite a while, right? To the point where you literally got cancelled going to back camp over it, right?
It
So
was
like,
like-
why
it was like-
is that okay?
was like half a day.
Wait, yeah, but also, half a day as opposed to like 10 minutes over me, all right? Which is when I calm down. At
Some
10
people
minutes
get
after.
angry.
But Billy, why is it okay?
I
for
actually
something that
wasn't
John
angry
said,
with you.
Something John did that was so fucking little and pointless. What do you do? He just kicked you over a VC, and you kicked the
John
fuck
and
up
I,
over it, right?
John and I
Doesn't
was
matter.
building up over months.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
We were
matter.
building up
No, it
over
doesn't.
months.
This isn't. You lost your rag and literally threatening not to go if he was going.
Okay.
Because of that.
You're acting in bad faith.
I'm
You're
not
acting in bad faith.
I'm not acting. I'm asking
Him
you
and
a
I,
question.
him and I had issues for months,
No.
and that was just the catalyst that felt. Yes, we
Okay.
did. That was
So
just the
over
catalyst
petty
that fell
shit.
apart.
Over petty
No,
shit,
it was,
though, right?
it was. We just didn't like each other, and I didn't want to have to go somewhere where I'd have to
Right.
see him in public.
So it's okay for
But
you
here's
to
the
react
thing.
that way, but when I react to something that I genuinely feel like does affect me, it's not okay. This is what I'm saying, man. Have consistency.
I'll tell you the
in what
secret.
do.
No, it's not consistency. I'll tell you, it's okay for you to feel however you want to feel. But when you put the plight of your ancestors on my dick joke, I have the right to call
didn't
you
put
out
the
for
plight
being
of my
weak as
ancestors on
fuck.
it. Again,
you did
misunderstood
though.
what I
You
said,
did
and
though.
You continue to do it because you know why you
You
won't understand-
didn't.
No. You
Pull
know,
up the
no,
comments.
wait. You know why you refuse to understand what I'm currently explaining to you and have explained to you is because you know the moment you do, you realize you have no fucking argument to fall back on. Because I've never once
I'm not-
said,
I'm not arguing.
I've said that due to a lack of education, which is why I brought up the African common, because you might be more educated on the African situation. I know African culture is much more educated on a worldwide subject, as definitely is in the UK. So, like, that's why I brought that up as a point of reference, right? In schools, they do educate a lot more about different cultures. I can't imagine an American school educating people on Welsh culture. It's such a small country. Right? So that's the point I was bringing that up for a point of reference. You chose to twist the narrative and to make it something that was like race baiting or whatever, right? And then whatever. But again, the point was, there was a lack of education. It led me to being upset. And then I was like, you know what? No, let's turn this into let's do this for a point of education. But I've brought up several points now where you've reacted irrationally and then realized and you backed up. So why is it okay for you to continue to do these things and get away with it? But the one time I do it to you, no. We got to double down, triple down. Fuck his ancestors.
Okay.
Fuck
Okay.
him. Fuck Welsh culture. Like, why have you got to do that? Why is that got to be a
Because
thing?
you and I had a head-to-head. That was the part of the blowout, dude.
Yeah, but like, why would you
started
go?
it.
Why would you go to the part to like literally target my family? Like, well, why?
Because I was angry.
Keep it on me, like I did to you. I would never mention your family. Keep it on me.
Because you brought your family into it. You
No,
made your ancestors a part of it.
Because you asked for the history of why I was offended, so I brought it up, right?
And I didn't.
But
I didn't,
again,
I
what you
didn't
could have
actually
done.
target your family.
No, you
I
did. You literally said,
I
"Fuck my
targeted
ancestors." Yeah, exactly.
that's
So
a
that's
joke,
It's my
dude.
fucking family, though.
They're not. They're not. No, they're not actually alive or existing. They're a memory. Like if you're worried about me joking about the memory of your family, that's wild.
One sec.
The makeup sex is going to be insane.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
You're
well.
Nusu. Look, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that there is a point of reference into why, like, from my perspective anyway, I feel that you're seeing like your side very clearly on how you feel about situations, how you act. But then when
course.
I do it, it's definitely held to a high standard. The difference between you and I, see, Billy, in these situations, I wouldn't target your family. Okay, you can say ancestors are a joke, being like, well, they're long dead at the end of the day.
Billy
But-
Hill is now a banned world. Crossmark emoji. Billy Hill celebrates 1 month of membership. Welcome to the Billy Show RWO for life.
The Arkham Vow.
For life.
So like, so the point is like, why is one okay and one not? This is what I'm trying to explain to you, right? I acted irrationally, which is what I made very abundantly clear in this stream, and what I would have made abundantly clear had I not been like rage baited on rewind. Like, you're not gonna expect me to fucking like be calm when you're screaming I'm a pussy and telling me to go fuck myself. Like, let's be real, right? Like, there's no way on earth that you would expect me to come up calm and speak to you in a calm manner when that's how you were speaking.
Oh,
about
of
me.
course.
Right, so there we go. Right, so we knew that the rage baiting was there, and then again when you mentioned about the history, like, you knew when I kept saying it wasn't like this not entertaining, you knew that constantly keep asking me for that question would eventually get me to crack and bring it up, right? And then you chose to take that narrative as he's saying I'm fucking taking the piss out of dead kids or whatever, which is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, there's a lack of education that needs to be cured, right? Because the problem is which I said made abundantly clear, like
I understand your feelings on that, and I'm sorry that I evoked those emotions out of you. My thought is that my thought is that they didn't need to be brought into this because of the joke, and that's where like we're having our steadfast here is that like I didn't think they needed to be brought up because of that joke. I thought my joke was nothing. The fact that it triggered those things in you, I'm sorry about that, dude. Like, obviously there's so much more there that I don't know. I did get angry that I was getting called out for what I thought was a fucking super innocent joke, and then that caused me to just go scorched earth because comedy is my religion, and I take that shit very seriously. And if I do make a bad joke that goes too far, I own it. But when I'm told that I can't make a joke, when I'm told that I can't say something because somebody's offended, I need to really know why they're offended for me to not be able to speak my truth, you know? And that's where I start to get fucking angry, and I start to get mean, and I start to earn my silence, you know? I start to earn my censorship. And for that, I went too far. But I did go too far knowingly. It wasn't an accident. I was being mean motherfucker. And I will apologize to everybody for that. Even you, you know, the ancestor stuff, because you brought up your ancestors and made it known how much they meant to you. I said some shit that was a little extra fucking salty about them because you showed me your weakness, you know? And that's just how I operate. When I'm mad, I go for the throat. You know, in love or war, I go for the throat. Some people are into that throat play. Some people aren't. That's just who I am. I know that you and I are going to see better days together because I know you're a good dude. I don't have to fucking win this one. I don't care to, you know. I just, at the end of the day, you bringing in that history to me shocked me. You know, I wasn't expecting what I said to be connected to that. And I still don't feel like you said it was irrational. So I feel like we both kind of came to that, and the original thing is over. So I'm going to let that one go, because the original thing is it is what it is. And everything else after that, most of that was on me, because I fucking took it too far. And I'm not mad that I took it too far. I was mad, and I'm allowed to feel how I want to feel, the same way you are essentially allowed to feel how you want to feel. And I'm not going to take away your feelings, even though I don't agree with them. So appreciate what you're doing here. I'm going to allow you to do the rest of your show. We've already eaten up an hour of your time. You have a good night.
I just want to quickly say as well, I am sorry for reacting to the Discord. I shouldn't have.
It's all good.
It's just fucking. It's just a touchy one. I shouldn't have reacted like that. I shouldn't have.
Dude, you were the first person I saw at Fat Camp, and you were the last person I saw at Fat Camp. Like, I'm always gonna have love for you, dude. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
I'll see you around. If shit's rough, shit's rough. If we just fought like brothers, whatever. I'm not gonna carry any ill will here, but I probably owe Grim an apology too.
If you could, please.
Fuck.
For that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you. Have a good show. Bye.
All right. Take care. Well, fuck me. I hate exposing weakness on like live for people to see. I fucking hate that. I hate myself that I allowed to like get affected by it. Sorry, guys. Oh, fucking hell. I don't like fucking exposing weakness or anything. I can't stand it. Like, it sucks. And no, it's definitely going to be used as a point to fucking just mock me, and that's fair, right? I expect nothing less from like this universe. It takes stupid situations and it makes like a fucking much more broadened statement of it, right? I don't know what Grim is, guys. I'll be honest with you. Fucking slept in, I guess. It is what it is. We've had a long couple of days, so he's just struggling on sleep, I guess.
Neverender super chatted $9.99. I can't make the show tonight, but sending black heart emoji, red heart emoji, hoping for good vibes. Run ham, boys.
The
Chrome Regatta super chatted $5. Hey, having trouble sleeping? If you need me to jump in, I can. You are only human and just know you're cared and loved. Pink heart emoji.
I appreciate you.
Khan just gifted 5 to our testes.
Thank you very much, Khan. Thank you. That means a lot. Sorry for the shit show, guys. I do apologize. It's not what Test is about. It's not what we've spent so hard working on it being about. I just fucking let, like, I let shit get to my fucking head, which I shouldn't have. Especially considering the situation of like everything in the moment, like we've been doing so well, and I find a way to just fuck it up. So like, I don't like fucking causing any of these situations to happen, like at all. I really don't. It's just. Yeah, I reacted fucking probably silly, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have done it.
Lucy Fina super chatted $5. You are human, PO body is nerfed, we love you regardless.
Well. Right. Anyway, let's move on with the show. So, I don't know where... the Homophobia, by the way, guys, I really do appreciate you. I'm not going to say that anymore, actually, fuck it. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing.
News just gifted one to our testes.
Thank you very much, News. I appreciate you. We're gonna get into some content. We're gonna get into some fucking content because Aussie been slipping. Unfortunately, Zeta Ray done gone fucked with their show, which is Zeta Ray did something that's like everyone's concerned when they pull up a guest, and I don't know why. So Zeta, I can't pull up the clip, guys, for obvious reasons. But Zeta decided to drop the F slur twice on Lolcow Aussie, which is
she sure did.
Fucking insane. Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Where the fuck is Screw? Is this not planned?
I don't. I think he's obviously. We're both very fucking tired. Like we've been working a lot. And, like shit coming up and stuff. So like he's probably sleeping in. Bless him. We'll count this as his day.
I thought you. Right. I mean, yeah. I thought this was planned. Like you'd planned to go live without him, sort of thing. Because you guys. All right.
No.
All right. Interesting.
No, I genuinely think he's just fucking really, really tired. Either that or very, very fucking upset with me. Like, it's one or the other, maybe. I don't know.
Why would he be upset with you?
I don't know, over this situation, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been dealt with a lot better than it had been. You know, like, but
I mean, look, it's got more viewers than they normally have at this time, bro. So something happened.
No, I know.
That's either because of you or because he's not here. We'll have to figure that out somehow.
Yeah. So, the situation with Aussie, what the fuck led to that happening? And also, I'm very sorry that happened to you guys in your show. That's fucking wild.
She said that shit fucking twice, bro.
I know, it's
twice.
The first time she said it like proper, and then the second time she underpronunciated it, like to try and be like, I meant to say this, like, you know what I mean? Like trying to indicate that she said something else, I think. But like she fucking punctualized the fuck out of each letter of that word the first time. Like that was like F-U-C-K kind of shit pronunciation. Obviously I'm not gonna spell the actual fucking slur she used. So
she's been banned temporarily until we can talk to Keem, who's asleep, because I don't know what he wants to do about it.
Yeah.
But because you can't. Like, Tina wanted her to run the show. That ain't happening now. Like, no way. Tina doesn't want nothing to do with her if she's going to drop that shit twice on live with chest and intent.
Yeah.
So
who was she referring to when she said that?
I don't know, because she said something about a MacBook. I think she was talking about Shockmouse.
I thought she was talking about a Mac. Because, like, she said Mac and book. And I'm like, what?
But MacBook, because Shockmouse had a MacBook.
I mean, that does make sense. Also, Tina has one as well.
I know she's still bitter that he got picked over. I don't think she was talking about Tina because she wanted to do the show with her. But Shockmouse obviously got picked over her, right? And she's been salty about it. So,
dude, she's turned into a nasty little cunt, though.
Bro,
like,
I know you guys don't like each other anyway.
I don't hate her.
You're gonna come up on a show.
I don't hate her. This is what I keep saying. I don't even dislike the woman. It's just when she comes at me,
same thing happens with.
I keep thinking it's a joke. Because I don't understand why she hates me. Because I accidentally didn't say good day to her. Because I accidentally clicked out. That's what it's from. And she seems to think it's like serious. I'm like, dude, it was a mistake. And I went to apologize, and I found out you're shitting on me. So I was like, oh, well, we're having jokes. Let's have jokes back. I didn't even know it was that real. At Fat Camp, she took all the fucking jokes. I'm like, I know, I felt like I know where headspace was. And then next thing, dude, she just goes at me. And I'm like, okay, well, let's have fun with this. Because you know I'll entertain it. It just kept going on.
$9.99. Tina and Roxy have both said the F slur and nothing happened to them.
Thank you very much, Z. I don't know.
Doesn't
about
make it
them
okay, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's
like
one thing. Yeah, it doesn't make it okay. I haven't heard either of them say. I haven't watched those episodes. I'll be honest. I don't watch Milkers very often, and Queens either. To be fair, so I haven't actually heard that. But
it's like I'm getting sick of these people saying this fucking shit. It's like going up to a judge and being like, "Well, look, I know I ran that person over, but fucking people have run people over before." Like,
yeah,
dude, no, that doesn't make it okay.
It is
you
a
fucking
terrible,
retards.
it's a terrible argument. To
No,
make, isn't it? Like,
they're both bad. All fucking yeah. Like, oh my god.
So she said it like. So she said iMac.
Sometimes people let it slip, right? Sometimes people let it slip because they censor themselves for, you know, they might say it behind the scenes. I don't say it ever. But like, she said that shit with chest. We were like, whoa! And then she fucking doubled down on it and said it with more chest.
Well, what's weird was she was bringing up my sexuality on Rewind. So do you think that might have been stewing in the back of her head that she wanted to call me? You know when you have like a word you want to say to someone, like, so imagine we couldn't say cunt on this show, right? You want to call someone a cunt so bad, so you're biting your tongue on it, and then something else just comes on to add to the riling, and then you let that word out eventually. Do you think that was aimed at like...
Maybe.
Again, this stretched, like, but she was like really fucking harping on insulting me with my sexuality because I'm fucking bi. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, she's trying to get at you, right? Like she's trying to pick something until it gets at you. Because I think you've got at her, and nothing you've really said to her is, nothing she said to you is really impacted.
It's
so
weird,
I think she's still looking.
because half the world loves getting their dick sucked. The other half of the world loves sucking dick. I'm in the middle. You know what I mean? I've never sucked a dick, but I won't say no.
Hey, look, you get the best of both
You know
worlds,
what I
right?
mean, dude? I get to literally give and receive on that shit. I get to be on both ends of the spectrum simultaneously. If I ever hooked up with a dude, which I haven't yet, but still, like, you know what I mean? Like, the implication is there. Like,
Good if you wanted to.
Just gifted one to our testes.
thank you very much, Alyssa. We appreciate that. So I'm just genuinely like confused on how, like, why that was brought up, and she's a lesbian.
Danny Delito super chatted $4.99. Zeta has been clout chasing since Fat Camp. She quit the Discord because she didn't get a show, then came back, and this is proof why she shouldn't get one.
Thank you very much, Danny Delito. I appreciate that.
She has left the Discord like 3 times, and then every time someone's like mentioned her coming back on a show, she shows back up in the Discord. So it's like, I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it?
Look,
Like,
Queen's Chat voted for fucking your mama over her, dude. So
well, dude, it's one of them, right? It's just fucking pretty gnarly. I don't get it. I know this probably feels like an ill time to put an ad up, but I'm just gonna do it real quick and then we'll continue because I really want to know this. But have you seen the bandana we have?
no,
Have you not? Dude, check this out.
no.
So this is our first release merch. It's a Ugandan Knuckles, what's it called? Bandana in the circle of glasses. It's an actual bandana. That's how it looks when it's worn by someone.
Wow, dude, I didn't know that there was like this much you could do on these wars, bro. Like,
Thank you very much, Khan. We appreciate you, brother, man. So this is the thing, right? So we have these, we put them up, but then also I'm going to be making 3 unique ones that say OG Test across the middle, so you can have it folded up and it'll say OG Test. One of them I'm going to keep. Another one is going to be given to either a clown or pay pig. And then the third
Gafgarian
one
is now a banned world. Crossmark emoji. Gafgarian celebrates 1 month of membership. Random Welsh fact. 1865. 150 Welsh settlers sailed to Patagonia to preserve culture. Known as Wild Adfa, the colony has popped 70 kW/5k fluent in Welsh.
Wow. I did not know that. Thank you very much for educating me on that, Gary. Appreciate the random Welsh facts. So yeah, so like the idea is then it's basically whoever buys a bandana and whoever gifts 10 members or does a 50, you don't know, gets entered into the poll and there's multiple entries. And at the end of the week, we'll pick who wins it when it gets made.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a fun idea to do something for the first time launch and shit. So I'm really excited for it.
I do have a question for you about like what happened with Billy tonight, if that's okay.
Go for it.
With it, does it have anything to do with the fact that like since literally day one, people have made fun of the way that you talk, calling it runic and saying all this other shit. And like I know that it's I know that's about the language, right? But like language and the way you speak has literally been something people have memed on the whole time.
Yeah.
And I get it, but fucking nowhere near the extent that you get it.
Yeah, so like so when right, okay, so this good. So the accent thing I'm used to in my entire life, right? Like I still live in Wales, and due to like where I
Epic Brady is now a banned world. Crossmark emoji. Epic Brady celebrates 1 month of membership. Gaff, get back in my basement.
All right, thank you very much. So where I am on like on the spectrum of things, it's like my accent doesn't bother me, right? Like it doesn't bother me if people mock my accent. It's just the language itself, and that's what like really grits at me.
Right.
Maybe subconsciously it is bothering me. I don't know. I couldn't tell you on that one, because if it's subconscious, I don't know, right? But like from my understanding, it's literally just the language thing. And again, it's because like what we've discussed, right? Like I said, like I know he didn't mean it to be like derogatory or anything like that, like the initial joke. It's just, I had an irrational, like angry reaction to it when I should have been much more just let's go for the informative path, which is what I did come to the conclusion of like literally 5 minutes after that fucking message. Like I vented out, I'm like, it's gone, it's done. Vented out my frustration. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. And then it got piped up even more, and I'm like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? So like, when you finally calm down from something, you're starting to calm down, and someone reignites that fucking spark, and you're like, fuck.
Well, the way I looked at it, right, is like you're two friends, right? And so from your point of view as a friend, you're thinking, you're my friend, why can't you see my point of view on this? And from his point of view, it's like, bro, why do you think I would do this maliciously? And it's just like,
that's what I was trying to explain. It's hard to explain when you're upset about something that they're not trying to do it maliciously. And the initial reaction was was a bit like si to have, but then the combination of what happened afterwards is what, like, you know what I mean? It's like the tip of a matchstick, right? If you hold it, it's gonna burn, but then you're gonna argue with the matchstick that it burnt you, and that's, I know that's a really shit fucking. No,
I get it.
I know it's a really shit analogy, but I think
I
that's
have no doubt
best
that you
way I
guys
can
are gonna
explain
be
that.
buds again, right?
Yeah,
like you guys are still buds. Everything's gonna be cool. It's just one of those
what
things.
he said afterwards did fucking really bother. Like that really, really hit a nerve. Like, but then at the same time, I think I've done my bit with like coming up, educating people on the reasoning why I am a little bit sensitive to it. I'm like, now I'm just gonna brush it. I think what I'm gonna do from now on is I'm going to remove the Welsh speaking from the show. So like,
why?
It's not getting, because I think the problem is it opens up to more gates of like these things happening, right? So I feel like if I remove that from it, then we haven't got to worry about this anymore, right?
I think I think that's the wrong. Like I think that's one of the things that makes your show fucking unique, is that you add your own culture into it. I think that would be a backstep. Like truly, like you've got Grim learning how to say it. You've got fucking fans saying it.
I know.
You can't
want to fucking
don't remove the positives because of one little negative. And I know it's a big negative, right? And I get this because I made the same mistake with a mate of mine.
Right, this isn't to do with Billy. This is to do with my reaction, right? And I feel like, in a way, I know I haven't used this weapon, but I feel like I have,
Super chatted $6.78. Us English punish them Welsh kids so hard Nightmare is feeling the pain decades later. It's the LCU, not mother care.
That's your opinion, brother.
I think if you remove it, all you're gonna see is Deox. Deox everywhere.
Yeah, well,
spelled
that's
incorrectly.
Fair, right? Yeah,
I think you should add more, if anything, bro.
We're probably
going to
get that anyway. We're probably going to, like, we are going to get that anyway, and that's fair, right? But, like, I don't know. I just feel like I fucking butchered.
Isn't that kind of how, like, this stuff dies down and dies out? Like, I feel like you're doing a good thing. don't make a decision now. I'd say sleep on it because I think you probably need some sleep too, given the fucking week.
But again, I want to reiterate that no one is making me not do it. No one's making me feel like I shouldn't talk about it. It's the problem is I feel like fucking I've butchered the way of saying it now by making it a bigger thing, indirectly causing more negativity towards it. Do you know what I mean? Which
I get what you mean,
not my intention,
and respectfully wrong. Like it's fine. Like it'll totally be fine tomorrow. Probably people are going to cover it and talk about it because it was one of the biggest things that happened today. But they're going to be talking about you and Billy. They're not going to be talking about the language, right? And removing it would be a massive backstep.
Yeah. You Jazz, I appreciate you doing that, by the way. I was seeing the guy's comments going a little bit too far. Yeah, I don't know. I probably, like, again, I'm probably still acting like a fucking dickhead. I don't know. I hate this. I hate it.
Well, you're still
I
in
hate
it.
fucking exposing weakness. I hate fucking exposing. I genuinely, I'm so pissed off myself.
Who do you think you're talking to, bro? Like,
yeah,
I get it.
That's why I know I can vent to you about this. I hate
dude.
it so
Afterwards,
fucking
you're just
much.
like, oh,
it's pissing me off.
so
Like, why the
bad.
fuck? Why the fuck did I take it that far? And then why did it have to get blown up to this shit?
Yo. Dude, I learned
fucking annoying
when I was
shit out of me.
When I was in high school, I had a mate who was like half English, half Irish, right? And so one of the things that you make fun of in New Zealand is like Australia being like a prison colony, and it fucking triggered him one day. He like went nuts. He went absolutely nuts because a lot of the Irish potato farmers got sent there unjustly to get rid of them so that they could have the land, right? And so like. He had the same reaction that you did because of stuff that had happened to like ancestors and shit like that, right? Because it's, and so like he had the same thing as
Punk Lemmy and I'm a fight you dang IT.
Thank you, Chrome. Maybe
I'll jump out in a minute so that you can bring some people in. But yeah, so like he had that reaction and I felt terrible about it. And so like when I was watching you react, it literally threw me straight back to that. Or I was like, I get it. And I know that probably after it, you're going to be like, fuck, like I didn't want to react like that. But sometimes you just react the way that you react.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Well, I hope we made.
You just got to sit with it, right? Like,
I hope you guys learned some stuff about it anyway. You know, maybe we should make it a segment where we learn some Welsh history and get some understanding into things. You know, maybe that'd be a good idea when this situation boils down. Of course,
teach people more. Like, you know, teach people more fucking words. Like, fucking put like symbols and shit on your backdrops and stuff. Like, I think it would be a massive, massive, massive backstep to remove it entirely after you've literally got viewers who have fucking never heard it before, like saying it to people who donate. You got your co-host learning it. Like, that's how language and culture dies, right? Is because people stop doing it because of hate and shit like that. So it's a part of your not character, but what's that word?
Voltage Mike is now a banned world. Crossmark emoji. Voltage Mike celebrates 1 month of membership. Stay up, King. Crown emoji.
Appreciate you, man. No, you're right.
It's a part of your something.
To be fair, though, a positive for you, dude, with all this kicking off, I don't think anyone's going to remember the F-slow shit.
I need to wait for this fucking video, like this live stream to process so I can delete it.
Oh my god, you have to, don't you? Shit, I forgot about that.
Yep.
It takes like 2 hours, doesn't it?
It's a pain in the ass, yeah. I also said I wasn't going to jump on test today because I need to go do other shit, but I have to wait for this crap.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm
man.
sorry you had that happen on the show. That's really shit, man. That's really fucking shit.
I think Chroma really wants to fight you.
In a minute, Chroma. We'll bring you in a minute. But yeah, I'm sorry this happened to you, man. That's...
Grim not showing up is something's gonna happen with Grim. I think. I don't know why. We'll find out why, and then we'll see what happens.
What do you mean?
He might have to do something funny to make it up to the fans for not showing up tonight.
He'll definitely have a punishment. That's why I know we're not really gonna issue the punishments. I feel like Keem's definitely gonna issue something for him, but
It's my job now.
it's your job.
It's my job
Let's
now.
cook up a fun idea. Then. Okay, well, that fucker should be here right now.
You know the first thing that's popped into my head is we need to get a gif of him doing the jumping jacks the first time and have it play the entire next stream on the
For a
fucking
free
stream.
donation. Every donation that plays the fucking gif. I can literally do that. It takes like 2 seconds.
I mean, I think we need to go. I think we need to go scorched earth. Bro didn't show up to
Nah,
fucking
fuck
work.
that. You know what we should do? Make him watch his highlights of Aussie. It's like 2 seconds, but it'll hurt him.
Oh,
It's when he says
bro.
goodbye to the Aussie audience.
Dude, that's
Did you
savage.
see when he came back to test? I was like, Grim's come from Aussie. Let's watch some of the highlights. And I literally played like the very end of his last Aussie episode. When he was signing out, I was like, that was amazing. And he was like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, your highlights. He's like, there's no fucking way you just did that.
You weren't wrong, bro.
No, to me, I felt bad for him, man. Like, because even fucking Tech couldn't deal with him. You know what I mean? This goes to show.
No. I'm not saying that's because of Grim. Like, it's literally like.
And it's a shame because like I feel like it would have reflected negatively on you if you were still on it as well. So like I was just thinking of like what if it was happening to Rostov? Like that would have been fucking horrific. Because I know you wouldn't have just given up on him either. You would have been like, no, you're sticking. Whereas like Tech Protect when he quit, he was like, he didn't want him to quit, but he was like,
bro.
Yeah, well,
like they literally asked me to help, and then he complained about me like inserting myself. I'm like, bro, you guys came to me. I left you to your devices.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like, and like, respect him for doing that because like, it's not easy asking for help. You know what I mean? On a show with everyone in this sense is doing their own thing. Like, asking for help can feel like I don't want to come across as needy or like inefficient to be able to do something, right? But like, dude, I just felt so bad for fucking Tech. And Grim as well when he was going for it. Because, like, I was speaking to Grim behind the scenes.
And the fans, like...
Yeah, exactly. The people who literally became members and stuff and just got continuously fucked around. I hope, it's nice to see Ozzy coming back to his former glory. Steak, by the way, I'm very happy that you guys picked him. I was the first person he ever spoke to in Discord.
Really?
He keeps telling me
He tried to troll me at one point. He tried to troll me. You remember Panda the Grey?
Yeah.
He tried to jump on Panda's like troll wagon.
Oh.
And I literally, yeah. And so like, this is why I did the Steak, right? Him and Panda were trolling the shit out of me. I diffused Panda by finding a video on his channel that was like, that he goes into communities to pretend to be the bad guy and blah, blah, blah. And then he deleted the video. So I was like, that guy's defeated. Next day he gets himself banned. With Steak, I was like, oh, bro, I really love your D&D content, dude. I wish you would upload more. Fucking killed him with kindness. Done. And he's like, I hate you. I hate that you did that to me.
That's amazing. No, Steak is a
punishment.
fucking entertaining dude. Wait, what's the punishment? Is it donations for jumping jacks? Because that's fucking hilarious.
Well, I want the GIF, but I also want a Grim Pickle emoji on the channel permanently.
Fuck, I gotta design a Grim Pickle emoji?
Yep. Or Dead Score can do it, but it's gotta be very prominent that it's a pickle. Yep.
Fucking. I mean, I can make. I don't know if I'll get one by tomorrow though. I'll try my best to design one. I'll do one after stream.
Even a temporary one until you can create a good one.
Pickle Grim.
It's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna be the Yeah, maybe like, dude, with like just a pickle with a curly like wig on or something.
So if we do,
that's the permanent one.
Okay, if we do the Pickle Grim, and we get him to do jumping jacks for donations, and I'll turn off the green screen as well so you can see it.
Yep.
How's that sound?
He didn't show up for work. He didn't show up for fucking work, and like, he's gonna have to take a little bit of embarrassment.
Oh.
You got to give back to the fans that missed out.
Oh, have you seen our goal, by the way? I have to update it, because like, we have this one on the bottom left, which was like the competition for queens and that. But we have this right here, which is, I have to get a Grim Ladin flag for my campsite to download.
What?
Yeah, so we have a face swap of Grim as Bin Laden, and I have to get that for my download campsite.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, Rastov,
What's up, Steak?
you gotta tell him the truth.
That is what happened.
You poached me.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Totally did.
Vietnam
seduced
flashbacks to
me?
fucking February, dude. I swear to fucking God, like fucking.
You seduced me with sweet nothings, and
I did.
and now I'm on Aussie. So
Yep.
that you guys have to do the math. And shout out Nightmare, thank you. Nightmare legitimately was the
What?
first person that I went into a
No,
VC
I wasn't
with.
joking. What are you telling me to shut up for? What do you mean? We bonded, dude. When you came up on test, I remember the first time you came up on test, and you just shat on. It was so fucking funny the shit you were saying, and like occasionally you would just pop up on test towards like the end of the show, just say like a fucking couple of jokes and just fuck off. It's like the perfect call in, like literally the perfect, like knows when to come in, knows when to go kind of thing. It was perfect. Like, I would have happily have had you there for longer as well. Like, you were fucking hilarious. We never ever had to say, like, oh, any final words or anything. Like, it was just boom, boom. Like, it was so fucking... I am so proud of you.
He's here for a good time.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you that you got where you go. I know I've said already, but I'll say it till day I die, bro. Like, out of all the recent hires, dude, you have earned your fucking stripes so quickly. It's unreal.
Fuck it, dude.
Now-
I appreciate the fuck out of it, man. I just gotta.
Would you
I
take
gotta make
Steak
Aussie
for
great
the rest
again.
of your episode?
Huh?
Would you let Steak finish out Test with you as your co-host until the end of the stream? You've only got half an hour left.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be an honor.
Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll help give you a hand since Grim ain't here, because Grim's my boy too. I
Lazy
fuck with
fucker,
Tess.
dude.
Yep.
I
Pickle
don't know what
jumping
happened.
jacks and an emoji. All right.
All right. I got you. We'll get it sorted.
And I want more. I want fucking more Welsh. I don't. If I see less, I'm gonna be mad. All right, and then I'm gonna swap you with TikTok.
I don't know
so
how I
wanna
feel
see
about you.
more Welsh.
Hey, you fucking aren't
Oh.
though. Don't Rostov. That's not
Add
even
more
funny to joke
fucking-
about.
And you know what? No, TikTok's manager is Zayzuded, so I'd literally be replacing you with Zayzuded. So
I'm
you
over
are
this
going
shit.
to add more
Why-
fucking Welsh to your streams. No, you chat. You need to tell me if he does not add in more Welsh words and more fucking Welsh heritage and culture, he's moving to fucking 4 a.m. I don't give a shit.
What the
You heard it here first. Khan, you are my spy now. You tell me. You fucking let me
This
know.
is actually unbelievable.
Holy
Yep,
shit.
well, believe it.
And you actually just
hot
left them
damn.
as well. Fucking hey, how we doing, man?
Mic drop. I'm doing pretty good, man. I was hanging out in main chat, smoking a little bit, and then I heard fucking Rastov talking shit. I was like, let me hop up here real quick,
Fucking
because
A,
he
dude.
was so smooth with it. I don't remember why they were talking shit, or whoever this person he referenced. But I definitely hopped on that train. I was like, aha, let's talk shit to Rastov. And immediately he was like, hey man, what's going on? I checked out your YouTube channel. Are you still doing D&D? You still doing this? And before I knew it, I was like, man, Rastov's a pretty good fucking guy. You know what?
He's a good
He
lad,
got
dude.
me.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he seems legitimate. Like, my wife keeps asking me, she's like, how are these people behind the scenes? And I'm like, honey, watch the streams. You'll see pretty much exactly how fucking people are.
Ooh, we have a clip to watch. Do you want to watch a clip? It's the array
Hell
going
yeah.
off on me, apparently.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, it's kind of like it's
At
kind of
you?
hilarious. Yeah. So in Rewind, she had a lot. She was just fucking. She just didn't like me. I don't know what it is, dude. I fucking really pissed in her chips, apparently, but she really fucking doesn't like me. Like really doesn't like me. So listen to
I
what
think
she
I'm on
says.
that list now, so.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's not true.
I will
Hold
always make
on.
fun of his language. Fuck him and his
Bruh.
accent. Don't be
I-
holding me IRL and then come back and start talking shit, trying to play off some stupid shit. Okay, so he tries to pretend that he hung up on me on accident. Nah, motherfucker. You've been doing this way
Hold
too
on, I'm back.
long and freaking nah. He popped down on purpose to disrespect the bitch. So I don't know. I won't forgive him. And
See, Pickle Grim.
I'm Pickle Grim!
Oh,
That's
fucking
so
hell.
fucking good.
We got him pushing Pickle, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Holy shit. He did that so fucking fast.
Well, it was fucking. It's almost like some people were fucking planning that shit, you know?
Yeah. So Zeta is mad at you for like
Apparently-
past bullshit.
Apparently, it's because, well, There was one point where I popped on Milkers and I said good day to everyone. And as I was saying good day to Zeta, I clicked out of the fucking call. I instantly felt fucking terrible, dude. I felt so bad. And she just started dogging me, dude. Like, dogging the fuck out of me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I went in and I started giving it back to her. I thought it was a bit of fun, right? Dude, it wasn't fun to her at all. She was going fucking mental. Like, actually fucking mental on me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious to me how. I mean, she was so confident and quickly threw that down twice on Aussie that she talks like that in her off time. She's got to just let it slip out and then stand on it so hard. I would have been interested to see how she did with Tina D, but I honestly feel like Tina D deserves a better host.
Yeah, I don't know who the fucking work with Tina, to be honest. It's gonna be a very, very interesting situation for her. If because like the idea is like Becky potentially going to Queens now, isn't it? Which is like,
yeah,
okay. Hopefully that works for them. I didn't watch Milkers today, so I don't know. Fucking no clue, to be honest with you.
I think I watched a little bit of Milkers. I don't watch a lot of the heavily girl shows, just because they're not usually talking about a lot of stuff that I'm like interested into. It's pretty obvious that Becky feels like it's her show now, and she's just gonna work Roxy like a puppet. And I don't think Roxy likes that, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how it goes, especially since she said she would never ever work with like Mike ever again, and then she immediately was okay to work with Mike again.
Well, that's kind of what it is. You'll learn very quickly that it's very with Becky. It's very rinse repeat, like blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I could not fucking tell you why, but it's just the way they is. Now, guys, look in the fucking chat. If you have a membership, you'll see right here the Pickle Grims. The Pickle Grims are here.
We need to see them. Post your Pickle Grims, the new emote.
Local
that is so good.
Announcements. Oh god, what the fuck is it now?
Oh god, I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Check out Test's new emoji. Show up to work, Grim. Can't wait to see you jumping jacks tomorrow.
Holy shit.
Okay.
How many jumping jacks is he going to have to do?
I don't know. We'll do one for every, like, $2 or something like that, so then they'll accumulate.
I fuck with it.
We'll play some motivational music for him, that kind of shit.
The Test theme song is a bop.
Yeah, dude.
Y'all were playing it the other fucking day.
Dude,
it was stuck in my head for like 2 days.
Fucking love the song. It's so good. We're going to bring in Chroma, because she's been irking to get in, so let's bring her in. Chroma, how we do?
Tired, but I couldn't sleep, and then I woke up and I saw it. Yeah, you already know. I am so livid at you, and Ross is right. Well, because you were like, "Oh, maybe I'm gonna talk with the Welsh language on the show," and when you know dang well, I DM'd you saying we could make merch, possibly inspired by any Welsh culture.
I don't want to fucking profit out of the situation, though.
I'm not saying profit, but maybe but also maybe to show off culture. People might want to support it too. People clearly love you talking about Welsh and the culture and the history.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not.
I get it. Like, it's just like, it's been a fucking long one, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I know,
fuck.
it's been a long day. It's one of those things that you just kind of have to sleep on it and think about some more. It's obviously not something you could just make a rash decision on.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's one of those, like, I'll take the fucking L. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah. And again, personally, I remain neutral on the whole thing because I understood both sides, but I especially understood your side a little more just because of having parents that's not from this country either. I could understand. And now, granted, I don't know anything about Welsh culture either, but that's why I brought up possibly making merch out of it. But also, can I just say but other than that, that was my only thing that I was like, yeah, Rastov, get him!
Go on. What else do you want to say?
Fuck Zeta.
Oh, damn.
I'm
True.
Yeah, that's what I was
let me
gonna
just
say.
let me just say I respect Zeta being a girl boss and all that shit, but that doesn't justify or give you the right to make up this giant narrative of Nightmare hating you when that's not even true. I remember that day vividly. Literally, Nightmare was telling me, "Oh my god, I feel so bad. I cut me out when I was trying to tell her good day."
Yeah.
And your whole theory about watch time or whatever, Nightmare doesn't give a fuck about that.
Wait, what watch
Like,
time?
she claimed that all you're doing is chiming into the other shows because you're trying to like get on screen as much as you can.
That's not
to get as much
true though.
watch time.
Otherwise, I'd be on rewind every day.
Exactly! That's what I was saying! And I was just like, shut the fuck up, Zeta! When she was saying that shit, dude. She's pissed me off. And then the whole, like, then the whole
Good night,
bringing up,
Sylvia.
like, homophobia. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was just thinking like the fucking Sylveon. Yeah, the homophobia thing was fucking. I don't know why. It doesn't make any
That shit made me
sense.
so livid, dude. It doesn't make any sense. It was one of those moments where I'm like, can you all just shut the fuck up? Especially her with that. That pissed me the fuck off. You can't claim to be, like, supportive of LGBTQ and all that shit, but then do that type of shit.
That's what I was
Like,
asking about on Aussie because I was like, I don't even understand the parameters. Like, because she's LGBTQ, is she allowed to throw out slurs? I don't think so. Not if she's saying them at somebody in a negative way.
It's a difficult one, right? Like it's a difficult one to analyze because it's like, can you censor someone who may have had those slurs thrown at them from saying this? Like, can you censor the N word? Realistically,
True.
no, you can't. But at the same time, you have to respect the rules of the server if you're going to participate. It's voluntary to participate, don't forget. You don't have to pop in on live and airs, but if you're going to, you need to be respectful of the rules that are put in place. That means there's no N-words, there's no Fs, there's no nothing, no matter if they apply to you or not, right? No matter if they... if they're like, you know, like if you're black, you're still not allowed to say it because it's the rules of the server, right? It's the rules of the LCU. They don't want derogatory terms thrown out at any reason. You know, Buff, for example, he may or may not use the N word. You know what I mean? I don't know. But he doesn't on his show because he respects the rules that are being put in place, which we can all agree, respect to him for doing that. It's not a way of censorship. It's more of a way of how... It's more of a way of how do we, like, keep things somewhat contained, right? But, like, you know, Buttsmack makes a real fucking good comment here, which is very, very fucking true. You'd be surprised how many members of the LGBTQ plus community are hateful towards other members of the same community, like a gay man being transphobic. That's very fucking true. That is a very true situation.
Yeah. Melissa said derogatory is derogatory, no excuses.
Yeah.
And I gotta agree with that. Yeah, she definitely said it out of malice, not of anger. And I wasn't trying to get her in trouble, right?
No,
I
of
just
course
wanted
not.
to, I didn't know she was coming.
No.
I just wanted to say, like,
Dude.
what I thought is the truth, which is she fucking sucks.
You can't...
And I don't think she's good for Tina, bro.
Yeah.
Tina needs somebody who can
Oh,
bring that same energy that she's got.
Well, that's the thing, right? You can't blame yourself for someone reacting a certain way, do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, saying a slur, you can't say, well, I made them say the slur by, like, arguing with them. Like, you can't do that to yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna. I don't feel responsible for her being the way she is. I'm happy, if anything, that I brought it to light before it did something to hurt, you know, another show.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that it happened on my show, but I'm glad that it's fucking happened and it's over, and the
I get
right
what
people
you're
will see
saying.
it tomorrow and stop it from happening anymore. You
I
know what
am
I'm saying?
sorry that happened to your show. It's not a great thing to happen. It negatively impacts the channel, so I'm very sorry that's happened. I know you guys are still going to do very well anyway, you know. But like,
I'm excited for it.
it's a shame that's happened to you guys though. Like it is, or to any show for that matter. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that's just not fucking. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're not allowed to. It's one of them, right?
Right. If she'd, like, I thought after she said it the first time, she'd be like, oh shit, I just said that out loud.
She pronunciated it the first time, and then she like underpronunciated.
And then
the
she
second
doubled
time.
fucking down on it.
So the second time you notice, she realized she fucked up, but didn't want to back down because she's boss ass bitch or whatever. So she said it quietly, right? She's
The
like,
first one
underpronunciated,
snagged
but
me.
The first one was like she spelt that shit out. You know what I mean? Like there's no denying what that was. The second time was to double down, but also say it very like unpronunciated because she realized you know when you choked on her word, like she realized, I just said that.
Yeah, I don't know what she was expecting. I don't even know what her intention of hopping on Aussie was. I guess to like defend herself. You're not entertaining enough, Zeta. I will fucking rip you apart anytime your dumb fat ass manages to end up on my stream or any fucking stream that I'm on. Any stream that you see me on, know that it is not a safe space for your fucking fifis. You're a big girl. This is the internet.
Yeah.
Leave your fucking feelings off of it and don't fuck with me, bro.
The thing is, like, I don't mind that she made jokes about myself and Grim. Like, you know, me and Grim, like, we're like, whatever. Those jokes been going on for ages about how we're gay for each other, whatever. Like, it is what it is, right? I don't fucking care. The guy's like a brother to me, you know what I mean? So we just find it funny. Like, people can say that all they want, but, like, going into, like, fucking slurs and shit, dude, I don't know about that. Like, that's fucking wild.
So, question for Steak, then. Are you saying you're gonna turn Zeta into pulled pork?
If this was pulled pork made out of Zeta Ray, I wouldn't serve it to anybody I give a fuck about. But yeah, I'll stomp her ass into a mud hole for sure. The biggest reason I don't like Zeta Ray is not because like she's gross or fat or a woman or talentless or any of the other things that people could assume. The reason I don't like her is that she came in here with all this energy, and as soon as she got any negative energy back towards her, she's gonna just fucking leave. She's gonna run the fuck away. So don't put her on a show. Put her in a position to start, you know, making fans and making money and having influence just to know that she's gonna run away the first time Tina D like crashes out on her.
Yeah. Let's do something real quick. Everyone, there's a bitch sticker in the emotes. Can we spam the bitch sticker for Zeta Ray? Because she is just a bitch. Remove that boss and just put the fucking bitch in the chat. Okay?
Split Fries Media said, Steak, you're balding. Yeah, my fucking wife's hot as shit, dude. I don't give a fuck, media. You can go fuck yourself.
Another thing that Lila mentioned as well is I call Grim mid. I was like, oh, you think if I was gay, I'd go for him? And like, mid as fuck, bro.
Naira said my standards are a little bit higher.
You know it is. Like,
Grim does look way better since he got rid of that yee ass haircut. As soon as he got rid of them curls, I was like, fuck yeah, Grim, you look
get the bitches
fuck.
flowing, guys. Get the bitches flowing. Bitch for using a homophobic slur and fucking with another channel. Let's get that fucking done.
The fuck to sleep, dude.
But yeah, here's my thing, because some people were calling me a glaze, not some people, but I don't want to give them attention. Some people did claim I was a glaze caller for you. No, I actually love Zeta before today, but after today, I don't fucking like her. I don't like when people pull that type of shit. I don't like when people can't just get over something that was clearly a giant misunderstanding and now making giant ass conspiracy theories over it. Like, I'm sorry, no. I respect her for being who she is as far as like a boss bitch or whatever and doing what she's doing. But I don't respect the fact that you just want to throw slurs and just obsess over something that wasn't really that deep, to be fair.
I get that. Also, guys, there is 11 minutes left to enter the competition to win the one of 3 bandanas. So here's a preview of how it looks in all its fucking beautiful glory. Got another one here. All right. If you want to win this like an exclusive version of this bandana where there's only 3 that will ever be made, there's one of 3 things you can do. Okay? Well, 1 or 2 things you can do, really. Well, no, 3 things. No, I'm correct. You can become either a pay pick or crown to be entered into a competition where one of them will win it. Or you can buy the bandana with the last 10 minutes we have left on live, and that will enter you automatically into the pool. Or the final option is you can fucking gift 10 members or $50 and enter yourself as many times as you want into the ritual to get the OG test variant of this bandana. There's only ever going to be 3 made. There's never going to be more than 3. And I will be owning 1. And 1 will be given away to a pig or crown. And 1 will be given to one of you guys. All right.
You're not beating
It's a
the
badass
club
bandana too. I fuck
allegations.
with it.
I fucking love the bandana, dude. It's so good.
Hell yeah, man.
So,
Oh,
Nate,
yeah,
there you go.
One more thing. One more thing.
Well,
I'm also offended that you're like, oh, I don't know if I could come up with an emo or a gif that quickly. The fuck am I? Chopped liver?
no, I was gonna design one myself for it. I was
How
gonna
dare
do a
you.
pickle grim with the Rick and Morty
dare you.
animation, but it's already out now. We got it, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I never seen the jumping jacks from Grimm, and I'm kind of scared with how much you guys talk about it.
Yeah, dude.
Must be terrifying.
So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Kalo Dano said, "Nightmare. I just got pulled over, and the Fayetteville cops thought I was Boogie."
What?
That's from your chat.
What?
He said, "Nightmare. I just got pulled over, and the Fayetteville cops thought he was Boogie."
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! My condolences.
That is not fun. Yeah.
That's a bit rough, dude. I don't know. Some people are asking why Zay is a Manjo tech talk. I don't know, dude. Rastov's an evil genius, but it works. So we'll see what they do. I'm sure she can provide some insight into helping them become a more established show.
I'm excited to see what Zay does with it. She's normally up this time anyway, and Zay Zudid is doing fantastic on Nerd, so it only makes sense that they give her a chance to see if she can work her influence there. Plus, like, you'd think they share similar audiences. One's nerds, one's tech. You know, those sort of have a little bit of overlap. So I think it makes sense that they gave it to Zay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they figure something out. We'll see what happens tonight, because we're in 8 minutes, guys. We're going to be redirecting you to Tech Talk so we can see exactly what they've got up their sleeves and what they have planned for you guys. It's going to be good. The Alchemist, amazing, Maisie. I appreciate you. Isn't KLO Keem Stalker?
Oh my god, is that fucking Shapely guy from the broom store?
It might be.
Oh, is that him?
Can we get him the fuck out of here?
Can we remove that guy?
Can we get that guy fucking gone? Yeah, that's not a good look.
Oh, it is him as well. Yeah, sorry, dude. You gotta fucking...
I'm looking right now.
Oh my god.
He's gone. He's gone.
Halo Dalo, you know you're not supposed to be here, you fucking weirdo.
I did not even know. I wouldn't have known if someone hadn't mentioned that.
I thought.
I just read out the comment because I was like, what an interesting weird comment.
It's an interesting weird comment.
I'm glad I said it
Does
because we
kind of look
fucking
like
got
Boogie.
rid of that
Looks like
fucking
old
weirdo.
Boogie a little bit. That guy built like a slug as well. You see his stature, dude?
Yeah, I'm in main chat. I've seen what he fucking looks like. It's
he's
it's
built
a
like
rough
an ice
story.
cream.
Like a more manly Zeta Ray.
Like an ice cream fucking swirl, you know? That's generally his body physique. You know, like you got a cone of ice cream, like? He's generally built like that. It's fucking insane.
That's true. He did sort of look like he was melted, too.
He does look like he's
Out there in the
Think of
fucking heat.
Patrick in that one scene of SpongeBob when he was in the cone and it was ice cream.
I get that reference. I love SpongeBob. Oh, God. Constant, I just didn't know if he was a ban on site person.
You're all good.
He's gonna be on Aussie. Yeah, I don't want to support people that are that incredibly. If it's so bad that Keemstar says he's a stalker and that he's a problem and he's an issue, then fucking he's on site with me.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go. That's true. Queen, I appreciate you. The Alchemist, it's very kind of you. I thought, yeah, it's been a long day. I haven't had much sleep, so I do need to get some rest. I had a fucking...
Damn.
Are you gonna go to bed after this?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll stay up for a bit. I can never sleep so after a show. You just can't do it, right? But yeah, I'll probably sleep like an hour after the stream. I got I buried my snake today, so that was a rough one. And that contributed to the lack of sleep.
Dude, a lack of sleep can really fuck you up, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. You get some good sleep, you're gonna wake up in a good fucking mood.
Yeah.
You and Billy are gonna be fucking tight. Everything's fucking straight.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Everything's fucking straight. We're all hosts on the same fucking network. All of us need to be getting along as best as we can because we need to be providing content to all these people. So it's good
true.
that you went and said what you had to say. He said what he had to say, and then y'all came here like men, and it took a while, but y'all fucking did what you had to do.
Yeah,
and that's part of just being that's part of having testosterone. Is sometimes you're gonna fucking knuckle down on some shit, and that's for all the fucking people here that got it. I mean, I wish if I had more testosterone to go to my voice, that'd have been nice. But Zeta Ray's parents stole that little bit when they built her fucking in a cave.
Yeah. The Alcon vow, by the way, for everyone saying that they send love. I appreciate you. Little Fluffy, bless him. He was a good snack. He's a good boy. He's a Western hognose. The beautiful bastard.
Oh, is that his name, Little Fluffy?
Yeah.
That's a cute ass name.
I didn't pick the name, to be fair.
Little Fluffy. I still fuck with it though.
He's a cool dude, to be fair.
I agree with the FBI director. He says when he's determined that he's too weird for the LCU, it's the FBI's most wanted. Permanently
dude.
on site. Abso-fucking-lutely. Thank you, Mr. FBI director.
Show you guys.
Khan just gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow, Khan. We appreciate you. You guys want to see
When do
a
we
little
get to yell
Fluffy?
Rumham?
Yeah.
We'll bring Rumham back next stream. There's a little Fluffy right there, guys. That's how tiny he is.
He's so tiny.
Yeah, they don't get very big. Yeah.
Julius just gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow, huge ass. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Hugh.
Yeah, dude, he's,
come on. I wanted one
he's
so
a
bad, but my
fucking-
wife
Just
won't even let
gifted
me have a
one to
little
our
snake.
testes.
The Alcon vow, guys. Thank you very much. Look at him.
I hope you have flood insurance, Nightmare, because it's coming. Thank you,
Khan
Newsuit.
just
Thank you,
gifted one
Khan.
to our
Fucking hell.
testes.
All right, guys. The Alcon vow. We
Oh,
appreciate
God,
you.
they're doing the train.
We're doing the train, and we're doing the train to the outro.
I think they're doing the train.
Julius just gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow, guys.
Appreciate all the love. Everybody remember, fucking streaming in these high profile, like underneath Keem in this universe is
Julius
really
just
stressful.
gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow, you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes, everybody. You got Nightmare here every day with you guys. He's the fucking man. Graham the
Khan
pickle
just
boy.
gifted one
The new
to our
pickle boy.
testes.
The Alcon vow, guys.
I think they're trying
All
to
right,
do
we're
the
doing it.
train.
We're doing a members train. We'll do it for the outro. We'll get the song Bowman. Let's go.
Khan just gifted one to our testes.
Let me just fucking get
Oh,
the
I'm
disco
ready.
call up. You got your fucking cameras there, Stick, so we can fucking dance, bro.
Roger that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
News just gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow, guys. We're fucking. Let me just. Bah. Okay, we're good. All right, we gotta dance this shit.
You can't even
Julius just gifted one to our testes.
The Alcon vow. We appreciate you. Fucking hell, you mad bastards. The Alcon vow, Lucifina.
Lucifina just gifted one to our testes.
None of these members are actually going through this. It's crazy. Fucking. We broke the system again, guys.
Night Code just gifted
Tested
one
it
to our
again.
testes.
The Alcon vow night code. Huge ass for the 150, by the way. The Alcon vow. Karma the 150. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much. The Alcon vow. Karma another 150. All right, we'll get the fucking lunchbox with a gift of Jesus Christ. Huge ass with a 1. We'll bring the rum ham back. Alyssa with a 1 gifted. You fucking mad bastards, you. You guys are too kind. You know how to pick me up. The Alcon vow. Nusu with a 1. Appreciate you. If you don't, take a nap. Huge with the 2. Lila with the fucking 2. Jesus Christ. You guys are fucking beautiful. When you see us in the dark, all the reapers coming for your organs claim. Alright, come on. The part's coming up. Come on. Take a seat, Pluto.
You can't even test.
Huge ass for the 2. The Alcon vow, brother. Super relax before you get a heart attack. Test, motherfucker. Right, guys, Alyssa with the 150, appreciate you. Jaina with the 2, we appreciate you. We're sending you over to fucking Tech Talk. Beyond the box with the 2, the Alcon vow. Rum hams for you all. Calm with the 150. We appreciate you. We're about to end the stream, guys, and send you over. Show some love to Tech Talk. Huge ass with the 150. Wishing Tech Talk a very, very beautiful start with a new manager, Zayzouin. So have an amazing time, guys. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Just after the speed drop. Nusu with the fucking 2.
With a big boy knife in a throat cut, game tatted up, fucked up with that.
I literally ended on the beat drop.